There you go.
Have you ever hired the wrong person? Now, we all have hired the wrong person before. Whether it was because we needed a warm body in the seat, or we chose the candidate based on emotion instead of their skills and experience. According to a new CareerBuilder survey, each bad hire cost a company almost $15,000. Now learn how to choose the right candidate the first time in this video. Now let's look at the process we created when I was in the wireless industry. I came to my leadership team and I told them, we have to do something right away to reduce our turnover rate. At the time, it was 90% the previous year. Yes, we were in retail, but this turnover issue was costing our company many dollars in training, operations, revenue loss for our business. My HR director set out a plan to create a process that would help our store leaders learn how to hire the right candidate versus just someone to fill the spot on the team. The process I'm going to share with you is a process we implemented and we keep updating to improve the process. We call it Success in Hiring. Now you start by using what we call the hiring filter, which is a form that allows you to evaluate each candidate based on 5 core competencies you selected for that position. Then after all the interviews are completed, you compare the candidates equally based on their interviews. Now when you're using this form, you're going to list the 5 core competencies you selected from the list of 60 core competencies from our form, and we'll give that to you. Then by beginning to thinking back to your best and worst team members. Now if this is a new position, you're going to just leave that section blank. You will then compare and rate each of those team members using your selected 5 core competencies. Next, you're going to total each team member score. To finish, you will add the 2 team member scores and divide by 2. This number will indicate your minimum acceptable score, so you've got a benchmark. Now as you interview each candidate, write down his or her name and using the scoring scale with a 5 as the best possible and -1 is the worst, candidates that score a 5, those will increase your confidence and excitement and have exponential impact on the growth of your business. Those that score a -1 actually will have a negative impact on your business. They detract from your current level of capability, taking you off track and depleting everyone's confidence. After completing the first round of face-to-face interviews, you're ready to review the hiring filter. Which candidate scored above the minimum acceptable score? Now you decide, is that your ideal candidate, or do you want to move to another round of interviews if you have several candidates that you can choose from? If you decide to do additional interviews, repeat the steps above, evaluating your candidates using the 5 core competencies, but always start the candidates back to 0 for each round of interviews. Now don't forget, something that's very important to do is a reference check. Just as an interview, you need to prepare questions in advance and remain professional throughout your process. Before you begin asking questions, share the necessary qualifications for the positions you're filling so the reference understands what you need. Important questions asked are some of these. Is the individual rehirable? Was the individual punctual and dependable? In your opinion, does the candidate possess the skills to fill the position? Does he or she work better in groups or more alone? How well does the individual communicate? That makes a difference when you're asking reference questions. Now, also create an offer letter that helps with retention of your perfect candidate. Remember, stay in contact with your final candidates because testing, background checks, and reference checks take time. You do not want to lose the right candidate for your organization by not communicating the hiring timeline. Now, when you're making an offer, make it a win-win. An offer establishes how much the organization values the individual. Make it a fair offer. It has to be a win for them and a win for your business. Once a verbal offer has been accepted, you need to put everything in writing. Make a final offer letter and send 2 copies of the candidate to the candidate along with his or her job description. One is for the individual to keep and the other is for them to return to the company. Here's some things that you should include in that. Give them their base salary. If there's any bonuses or commissions, share that. What other income opportunities are available to them? Share how the health benefits work. Talk about the vacation time, the retirement benefits. If you have a non-compete, share that at this time. Also, any expenses that you paid for the candidate. Once the candidate has accepted and signed the final offer, you will notify the candidates not selected with a letter thanking them for their time for completing the interview process. We have included some candidate responses in the downloads that's available to you. Now, if you were wondering, after implementing the success in hiring process, we reduced our turnover rate from 90% to 33% the year after our implementation. I know this system works. Give it a try. I thank you for joining me. And if you haven't already opted in to receive the full Success in Hiring video series and downloads, you can do this on the link below or at successinhiring.biz. Please like and share this video if you find value so that I can help others. That is my purpose in life. Make it a great day. Thanks for joining me.